Okay, hopefully we'll cut out this muffling noise that probably just happened at the start of this. Or hopefully didn't, because hopefully I cut it out. Backdrafting again after the video yesterday. Well, yesterday for me, God knows when it is for you guys. On my main account today, so need this one to go well. Really enjoyed Strixhaven so far. Only done about six or so drafts. Well, I say only, that's quite a lot for a couple of days into the format, but been really enjoying it. The draft is a lot easier than usual because there's only 5 like colour combinations you can be. That's the word I'm looking for. So it's a little bit easier than usual to draft. Quite easy to spot signals because of all the gold cards, but still really enjoying it. I don't know if it's going to be a format that I'm going to want to play 100 drafts of again because it's a bit easier to draft and there's a bit less thought going on. But maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe there'll be a bit more. Maybe it's a bit more complex than I'm giving it credit for, and maybe it'll keep me hooked. Looks like this one's not going to fire. It's not a great start. Yep. Sorry for wasting your first 1.5 minutes of watching this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed listening to me ramble and try and fill. So far I haven't played a Witherbloom deck, which is annoying because that's one of the archetypes I was most looking forward to playing. So we can open Belladros. I'll go straight in for it. Okay, really good pack to start off with. A decent lesson, nothing special. Too many cards to talk about all of them. Heated Debate is an amazing removal spell. Very happy to first pick that. Conjurer's Cultivator is pretty decent. I would pick Heated Debate over it. Expressive Iteration is a decent card as well. Limited Resources seem to think this is an A. I didn't think this card was very good. The Cayenne side just looked really poor to me. I know you can tap to put a land on, I know that's quite good. But 5 mana to make like a 1/1 or a 2/2 just doesn't seem good to me. I'm happy the blue side is really good because it's a 3/3 flyer. But so I'm going to try it out. The whole point of me saying that was I'm going to try it out because, well, hopefully anyway, because I don't get it, and maybe I'll get it after this. Whirlwind Denial is fine in this format with the copy and Magecraft stuff, so I would play a Whirlwind Denial. And it obviously works with this. I'm hedged towards blue than I would towards green. I do like Eye Twitch though. 1 mana 1/1 flyer that gets your card out your sideboard when it dies. There's not much in this pack. Honor Troll is fine, but not fantastic in green in Quandrix. Better in Witherbloom. I've waffled the whole timer down on this one and I'm not really sure what to do. I want a green or a blue card preferably. The best card of the pack is probably something like Spiteful Squad or this. I'm just going to take Whirlwind Denial. I don't think that's the right pick. But I over talked about that one and kind of ran out of time, so don't read too much into that one. A big fan of Expanded Anatomy out of the lesson board. We've liked that a lot. Vortex Runner is fine. Ventrith Impulse, fine. Umbral Duke, fine. But I think we're furthest away from, is it white? With blue and green cards? Yeah, furthest away from white so far, but I'm tempted by just the Needlethorn Drake, but it might wheel and it might be a good sign that Quandrix is open. 2 mana 1/1 flying Death Touch, just trades with anything. There's not much else in the pack really. Hasn't been a particularly good draft so far. I'm going to take it. It's a good 2-drop, keeps me alive, and that's what Quandrix wants to do, really wants to get to the late game. Right, there's another Spiteful Squad. They're good cards, but seeing them pick 4 isn't really a sign. They're not. I wouldn't really pick them that highly. What is this to do here? Fine. A lot of fine cards is always in this draft, really. Divide by Zero is decent. It'll be my first learn card as well, which is nice. Kelpie Guide is good. Untap another target permanent, and I can tap them if I get enough lands. It's a ramp spell. It's a decent 3-drop, but I think Divide by Zero is going to be the card here. Tempo player that gets me a card out of the sideboard. 2 lands in this pack. I could see Elemental Masterpiece being okay in this deck. Splashing a red a little bit. Not much on here. I think Black-White might be open. Looking at a decent, really good lesson board card here. Another really good lesson board card here. We're seeing a couple Spiteful Squads. But then both these lands haven't been taken either from a fairly weak pack. Struggling to pick a lane here. I mean, I'm very heavily invested into Quandrix. I could just stay the course. Create 2 4/4 blue and red elemental creature tokens. I'd have to splash red for it though. I think I'm going to take Inkling Summoning just in case I switch over to Silverquill, which this hasn't really told me I should. A lot of red cards as well. Yeah. Red, white, and red, blue. Are the ones you'd expect to see in the set. Vortex Runner is a fine card. I could take that if I'm staying Quandrix. Sandon Anatomy is good at the lesson board, as I said already. Good with Needlethorn Drake. A lot of red here. A lot of red. I could go into red a bit. I think I'm just going to take Vortex Runner. We're struggling for playables here. I mean, have I missed a sign? Because I'm struggling here. If I have missed a sign, then see, I could just be blue, and then I'd want to be what, blue-red? These cards can turn me into blue. Vortex Runner's not great in that. This can just be Imbraham. It's a 4-mana 3/3 flyer, and does not play Needlethorn Drake, so it could just be. So I could be blue-red. Would I want Explosive Welcome if I was blue-red? Oh dear. Nope, hope that didn't get picked up. I'll take this. I could be blue-red here. I think to say this draft has not gone well is starting to look like going to be an understatement. Deadly Brew I like. I never end up in with a bloom, and I would like to. But it's too late now. I'm just going to take Allen Shield Mage, at the fact I could still be a... Okay. This is my opening pack. Expressive Iteration is really good. Prismari Pledge Mage is also pretty good. So I think I'm going to move into red. Growth Spiral's fine. I think I'm going to move into red, blue, hopefully. I could take this because I could play it then in Quandrix as well, or I could take this because I think it's the better card. I'm going to take this and not commit yet. I am Quandrix or I am Prismari at this point, I think. So I'll take this. It's a good card to have in the lesson board. There's another Vortex Runner. There's a Leyline Invocation, just a big creature, but potentially not playing green now. Blue is the only colour we know. One learn card so far. To Expanded Anatomy. Don't really need any other learn cards now, I don't think. Or maybe do. This is where I've got to pick which colour I am again. Creatures I have. I'm going to go with first day of class. I think I want to be Prismari here. Take the Prismari land. Take another first day of class. And I resculpt. Don't think I'm going to play first day of class really. Okay, I've been paid off for moving into Prismari here. Not paid off for anything I did, just paid off by opening a Prismari rare. Orvilda is, I mean, close to garbage to be fair. But Nasari, Dean of Expression, is brilliant, so we're going to take it, and we are officially Prismari. Oh, Harmonise, class. Love seeing these Mystical Archives cards. The Mystical Archive cards, they're great to see. I think Quandrix Pledge Mage will be very good in Prismari, so that's an option. I'm happy to take a Waterfall Aerialist, hopefully it'll wheel though, I've seen them wheel before. Quintorius is a great card, but I think we're too far away from that now. I'm not going to play 2 first days of class, might play 1. I think I'm more of a control deck. This to defend, bounce things, cast things off my opponent's library, crack through in the end game, 3/3 flyers, massive spell. I think I'm more of a slower deck. I do like Quandrix Pledge Mage though, that's a great card. Okay, I'm happy to take Prismari Pledge Mages to play defense, so I'm happy to do that. There's Illustrious Historian, it's a 2-drop that comes back as later on in the game, so I like that card as well. Strategic Planning is average, but does trigger Magecraft, but I don't have much Magecraft yet. I am Prismari now, so I'm not going to start taking green cards again, even though a Professor of Zoomancy is good, because I know on pack 3 I'm expecting to see Prismari cards, so I'm going to take the Pledge Mage because I think it's a good card. It's an easy to cast 2-drop in this deck. Right, there's lots of good cards here. I really want Serpentine Curve, hopefully that wheels. Or Pop Quiz wheels, I like that as well. But I've got to take Storm Kiln Artist because it ramps really, really well with Magecraft. And Prismari is all about getting to massive spells. Probably just a Burying Books here. Decent removal spell. Overgrown Archers here, which makes me wish I was in Witherbloom. Most drafts I end up wishing I was in Witherbloom, so nothing new there. A decent card over Lesson Board because it's completely different to the other ones. It draws your cards. Not going to be able to play Inkling Summoning, but I'm going to be able to play Expanded Anatomy and Elemental Summoning. So we've got 2 already. And not that many Learn cards, I don't think. We have 1, potentially 2 cards we Learn, but I'm unlikely to play first day of class. Okay, so Teach by Example is good because it can copy things, but it's not fantastic. It's like a C level card. I'm more interested in either Pigment Storm. That's a really good removal spell. I don't have much removal yet. Divide by 0 is not really removal. Burying Books, I suppose it welcomes kind of removal as well. But I think I'm all about Lorehold Pledge Mage here because it's just brilliant. Every time I've used it, I've just really liked it. It's just a proper house. And with First Strike, it just gets really dangerous. What spells I've got? I'm not going to play First Day of Class, so I can be copying Divide by 0 will be decent. Copying Whirlwind Denial is kind of pointless. Copying Burying Books is potentially good, but possibly not. Oh yeah, you can copy it. Yeah, it's good card to copy if they attack with something. And it's supposed to welcome, never going to be able to copy. So it's whether I want another removal. I think I'm going to take the big spell as something to work towards paying me off. Because I don't really want to play Explosive Welcome if possible. Okay, good cards for me here. Either want an Ardent Dust Speaker, because it can get card advantage. Put a card from my graveyard, an instant sorcery card back. I'm running out of time. I realise I'm over talking most of these picks when they're not that difficult. Letter of Acceptance maybe. This card's a good defensive card, and it gets instant sorcery card back. I like this. It's a good card. Not for this. We'll take a flyer. hard to kill flyer. I like picking up a 2-drop here that can do something not amazing but does something in the late game. I do not have enough spells for this deck at the moment. What needs spells? The Lorehold Pledge Mage, but it's scary enough anyway, maybe. Quandrix Pledge Mage needs spells. Stormkill Knights needs spells. This gets spells back. Serpentine Curve is good. But I haven't got much spells right now, so I'm not guaranteed much spells. I've got many spells right now, so I'm not guaranteed to play Serpentine Curve if I don't pick up any more spells. Well, last pick by Mathematician is good. Well, not for me, but it's a good card to get last pick. I think it's an easy shock. It just kills a decent amount of cards, and it looks pretty. So, alternatively, I'll be looking at maybe the Campus, probably not. Probably just another Quandrix Pledge Mage or Spirit Summoning, but I haven't really got the support. I think I need a Magecraft trigger. Because I've got a few Magecraft cards, not loads, but I've got a Stormkill Artist, a Quandrix Pledge Mage, which really need spells. So, if I can get up to 10 spells, I'd be happy with that. 13 creatures, 10 spells would be good. That's what I'm looking for here, I think. Maybe 14 creatures, 9 spells. Depends. This is going to be too hard. Yeah, it's going to be too hard to cast in this deck. Repapart is good. I like this thing, but it wheels usually. This is an easy. Again, I'm wasting time. This is an easy 3 mana 2/2 flyer. 3 mana 2/2 flyer is fine anyway, and it also makes it more likely I can cast a couple of my spells, especially the Elemental Masterpiece. How much learn do I have? 1. 1 learn card. 1 learn card, so I don't need to pick up an Environmental Sciences here. Don't need much of my lesson board. I've got 2 things already. That's fine. It might just be a 4 mana 3/1 flyer. Hard to kill. And there's nothing else in this pack, so yep. I didn't check who was in our draft, did I? In case I know any of them. I don't think I do. Don't know that many people's gamer tag. Don't know what it's called. Okay, so Tome Shredder is fine. Not ideal. I could take another 2-drop to stall the board out, or I could take another one of these guys that gets a sorcery card back in the late game, which could be good. I think I just want another Pledge Mage. Stops me from dying. Okay, Pop Quiz will draw me one of my lesson board cards. That's good. I could take Test of Talents, but I already have a Whirlwind Denial, so I'm happy with Pop Quiz. Introduction to Annihilation is a really good card to have access to in the board. I do like Burying Books though. I think it's a good removal spell, and I do like another Pop Quiz. As much as I think this would be really good to have, I think I'm happy with another Burying Books. There's only 2 options here, so half on colour Campus or a thing that scries. Anyway, I'm going to take this. Might not make the cut, to be fair. Oh, I was about to say it's going to be an easy Spectacle Mage, and then realised there's a heated debate in this pack, and when there's a heated debate, there isn't really much of a debate. So, we'll take heated debate. We now have 10 spells. That's good. Oh, we got the Prismari Campus back. That's excellent. Do I want to play Explosive Welcome? It's 8 mana to deal 5 and to deal 3. I have one way of making it cheaper, unless you use Uvilda, which I'd rather not. Am I overrating these waterfall areas? Because I think these are good. I would take these, like, pick 5s in packs. I think they're good cards. But apparently I'm on my own with that. Okay, so we didn't struggle for playables in the end. I won't be playing Test of Talents, I don't think. I may not be playing Whirlwind Denial, to be fair. No, I'm not playing Vortex Runner. The pop quiz, nice. Probably got too much learn now going on. No, I now have 3 learn cards, and how many cards in my sideboard I can go get? I might play that. I think find the canvas is really useful. Probably won't play it though, to be fair. How many lessons do I have? 3, but I can't cast Inkling Summoning. So 2 really. I've got 2 lessons, so maybe a second pop quiz is not necessary. I like Pillar Drop Warden. It gets instant sorceries back. I don't think I want Explosive Welcome. I think it's too expensive. I'm happy with just an Elemental Masterpiece. But I don't really know what I'm going to kill them with is the problem. I guess the Flyers. And outcard advantage with Nasari. Yeah, okay. Whether I need an Illustrious Historian is probably debatable. These are quite hard to cast. This is double red. This is double. Why have I got green in my deck? I do not want forests in my deck. Am I heavier blue than red? Probably. Yeah. So this is my lands. 10-9 in terms of sources. Okay, there are 3 cards to cut. Not Shock, not the Pledge Mages, potentially an Illustrious Historian. So 1 potential cut. Let's just move the Shock to here. Put the cuts over here. So 1 potential cut. Whirlwind Denial is definitely a potential cut. Maybe the Pledge Mages are a potential cut, but I don't think so. Maybe this guy. Ogyar Battleseer. So 4 mana 3/4 haste. I can scry 1. The scry's not useless. I don't know if this is a card I want really. Probably cut this. Cut the Historian, and then would I rather have a Whirlwind Denial or a Divide by 0 or 2 of these Pledge Mages? How many spells have I got now? 15-9, so cut a creature would be nice, but I don't think that's going to be possible. Maybe I don't need 2 of these, although they're very good against Inklings. And just get back things like Burying Books. What else have I got to get back? Burying Books, Heated Debate, Pop Quiz, I suppose. But more importantly, maybe only one of these. Here's quite a lot of 4-drops. We'll go with that. As usual, well, not as usual. As per the last video, I'll play the first game, and then I'll check back in with the result. Okay, we're straight in. This guy was just in our draft, actually. I remember seeing his name. Jankosaurus Dex. He was just in our draft, so I don't know whereabouts he was. I think he was 2 or 3 to my right, in which case he's probably not Prismari. I suppose he could be the other Prismari drafter at the table. Too far away, I think, to really judge. The person next to you've got a bit of a chance of being able to work out what they're on, but this guy's way too far away, I think. Zephyr Boots. Give things flying. Okay, I wish I left that 1/5 reach guy in now, but never mind. Looks like the one. Alright. This is a extremely slow start from our opponent, which is good for us. The slow start from us as well, I guess. A 3-3 that can't attack and a 2-2 is not the fastest start ever. It's a 3-1 with Magecraft, so it can fly. If I did this here, I could swing in. But I don't think I want to do that. I'll just play the 3-1. You can offer the trade here. I think he's more aggressive than I am. Yep. You can give this flying with the Zephyr Boots, but you can also give it flying by casting a spell. Draw a card, then discard a card. Yeah. Yeah, Killian. That's the problem. I'll try and get rid of that quickly. Yep, when he has given it the boots. And I'm probably okay to trade here, if he wants to trade. Well, I suppose I could let it hit me, bounce Killian, and swing for 9. That seems good. Yeah, I'm going to take it. I'm going to raise it. No, I've got expanded anatomy out the sideboard as well, so... I'm actually not going to bounce Killian this time, I'm just going to attack through it. This is probably wrong in hindsight because he can... sorry, one sec, I want to cast the next turn. 6 mana, we cast in 3/3 flyer, or divide by 0. Yeah, I'm probably taking expanded anatomy here. Yeah, it's probably wrong actually because he can give this thing lifelink, in which case he can crack back and gain 5 life. So then it'd be at what, 14? I could bounce whatever he plays. Expanded anatomy. Yeah, I could bounce that pretty high actually. Yeah, so this is the problem. I was going to gain 8. Yeah, I don't think I did the right thing here at all. Keeping Killian back though, which is interesting. Because now I kind of want to bounce Killian to get damage in, but I also kind of want to bounce this because it's got counters on. Yeah, interesting. I'm probably going to bounce. If I bounce Killian and put expanded anatomy on, I'd hit for 3, 6, 9 plus these counters is 10, 11, and that is 12. I'd be hitting for a lot. If he didn't have a response, I'd be putting him down to 2 life, but with a life linker essentially. I think I just want to bounce the Pledge Mage. He kept killing back, so I assume he's going to block. If so, I'll be able to kill it. And if he has any responses, I'll be able to respond with divide by 0. So interesting. Okay, so he's on the back foot here because he chucked away Killian for no benefit really. So this is good. We're very much in the driving seat here. I assume he'll leave this back now with an instant to cast to try and gain some life at instant speed, and that will be a big problem for him because I'll be able to bounce it. Yeah. I will bounce it on his end step because then if he has a spell to stop it, his creature won't have a lifelink while I'm attacking, which will be beneficial. Because we don't want to attack into a lifelink creature if possible. Okay, I think he's just dead. If I go like this, they can attack with everything. Yeah. Cool. Okay, So that was the first game. Deck played out pretty well. I'll check back in, assuming I remember, which I tend not. I tend to about 50-50 whether I remember or not. But I'll check back in with the result at the end. You will hear from me in a second. High pick. Through the possibilities is fine. Again, not a first pick, even though it looks pretty. Really good combat trick. Very good in Golgari. Not Golgari, damn it. Witherbloom. Potentially would play this. I don't think Lord Apprentice is that good. There's nothing really here that strikes me. The best card in the pack is probably just Mage Duel, so I'll probably just take Mage Duel. It's a solid removal spell. But not a fantastic first pick. Okay, so to follow up a Mage Duel, there is no green cards at all. Spined, Carrack, and Cram Session are close to unplayable. They're Ds, so I'm not happy about that. There is a Vanishing Verse, which is 2 mana exile and mono-coloured permanent. There are a lot of 2-colour cards in this set, but there are still some really good mono-coloured cards. I think this is a good card still, but clearly the person before me didn't think so. They took a common. Shattering Laureate is just basically a 3 mana 2/2 flyer, nothing better than that. Humiliate is fine. Divide by 0 is fine. Nothing stands out to me really here. I'm tempted to take Divide by 0 and look at going to Quandrix, or potentially Vanishing Verse, because it is a good removal spell. I'm going to take Vanishing Verse. We'll see if we can be Silverquill here. Okay. So, Cody is a bit unplayable in Limited. Detention Vortex is awful. Infuriate is fine. Lord Apprentice is fine. Vortex Runner is fine. Oh, I do like Unwilling Ingredient. Pairs well with either of the cards we've got so far. As does Lash of Malice, because I can either go Golgari with the green card or Silverquill with Vanishing Verse, so a black card is tempting here. Inkling Summon is a great card. I do like having them. I'm not tempted by the Pledge Mage. So I'm taking a black card. It's whether I want Inkling Summoning, Unwilling Ingredient, or Lash of Malice. Lash of Malice or Unwilling Ingredient. I'm going to take the ingredient here. Okay, so if I was going with the bloom, I'd want this. If I'm going Silverquill, which it looks like I'm going to start tempting towards, I could take another Unwilling Ingredient, I could take a Star Pupil, or I could take a Silverquill Apprentice. All good cards. I do really like Star Pupil. The one that keeps me the most open is Unwilling Ingredient, because that can be played in both. So I think because it's a close pick, I'm going to stay open into 2 different schools rather than committing into Silverquill. Although it does look like Silverquill's where I want to be. Another Witherbloom Campus. A Novice Dissector. Average card. Guiding Voice. It's fine. Professor's Warning. Fine. Expand Anatomy I quite like, but we don't have any learn cards yet. I'm going to be sticking to Witherbloom or Golgari here. I think I'm just going to take Expanded Anatomy for the sideboard. It's a good lesson card. Essence of Fusion is essentially the same thing, but in the main deck. Field Trip is better in Golgari. This is a good card in case you can pull it out if you need to pull it out of the sideboard. I also don't mind Owlin Shield Mage as top end in a Silverquill deck. I think with 2 Unwilling Ingredients, I'm happy to go Silverquill here. And a Vanishing Verse. Oh wow, I didn't even see that. Heated Debate. But I can't pair red with green or black, so yeah, but that is a really late Heated Debate. In fact, it looks like Maybe should have took. Maybe should have took Heated Debater. It looks like Prismari might be open. Okay, so I just took Alan Shieldmage, so I kind of committed to Silverquill there. Pest Summoning is a decent card to have in the sideboard, but I don't have any Learn yet. Silverquill Pledge Mage is, I believe, a good card. Sorry, I don't really understand why personally. It's a 3-mana 3/1 that sometimes has flying and sometimes has lifelink. That doesn't sound good to me, but I believe it's a good card. I could just take Duress. Doesn't really. I took the Pest Summon in the end. I'm over talking. I'm over talking. I know that. Nothing here for anything I want to play. I'm going to take the big play trick in case I want to be Witherbloom still. This is my original pack. Looks like I'm being cut. Black and white card, which isn't good. Looks like there's a lot of. I mean, the pack was weak, so it's hard to read too much into it, but it looks like we're not getting our. Okay, that's a bit better. Study Break is probably potentially better than Shadowing Laureate. That's probably not true, actually. It's still a 3-mana 2/2 flyer. Study Break. Study Break is good in an aggressive deck. We are aggressive, but it goes and gets one of these. I'm gonna check the flyer, and I would happily play Study Breaks. Okay, Inkling Summoning is great. That tells me maybe we're not being as cut as I thought we might be. Attention Vortex isn't playable. We'll take it to cut white. I like Mage Duel, but I am pushing as hard as possible into being Silverquill here. But only 5 cards. Okay, that's not true. Because I've only got 5 cards in my colours in the first pack, but I haven't. I've got 3 lessons, so 8 cards. That's still not ideal, really. Right, Mage Hunter's fine. A fine playable, but not something we're looking for. This is going to be an easy Spiteful squad. This card has performed really well from what I've seen so far. I'm just trying to get counters onto my unwilling ingredient now, so I would play the 2-drop that puts counters on things. I've got an Inkling Summoning, a Pest Summoning, and an Expanded Anatomy. So 3 cards to get with Learn, but no Learn yet. So I do take Learn quite highly. This Study Break will wheel, I think, and in which case I'll be happy to take it. I need some of the 2-drop 2/1 flyer attackers as well. Pick up some of them 4th or 5th pick, that'd be nice. There's a good perfect land for us. Another land for us down here. This learns, so might actually be worth taking over the land. The land could wheel if we're in the right colours. Well, one of the lands will probably wheel. So I'm going to go for Hunt for Specimens. It gets me a creature down. It's a crap creature that isn't going to do much. But it's still a creature. We're trying to attack. We're trying to be aggressive here. Really like Star Pupil, but I've got to take Mage Hunter's Onslaught, unfortunately. But Star Pupil would be a great pick up for this deck as well. But I've got to take Mage Hunter's Onslaught. It's a great card. Another unwilling ingredient. If that could wheel, that'd be fantastic. Am I bad enough? Am I aggressive enough that I want this yet? I do want this card. It's whether I want it yet. I think I'm going to gamble on it wheeling. And take another unwilling ingredient. We do have an aggressive curve. 3 1-drops. I just really need to draw. These are just so good because they're 1-drops that peck in some damage and eventually draw me a card. I just need. I could do. I might main. I'm tempted to main deck Expanding Anatomy, but if I don't get the Learn cards. Well, I'll probably main deck the 2/1 flyer first. Let's see if we know anyone in this draft. Still yet to know anyone in a draft ever, I think. But Here we go. We've got Sure Strike. That's a good card in this. Sorry, Defiant Strike. Even that's a good card in this deck. Study Break is good in this deck. Humiliate is good in this deck, so I'm going to take that. I think the +1/+1 counter is great for Unlearn Ingredient. I'm going to take Humiliate here. I don't think I have any Magecraft triggers so far. I don't currently have any Magecraft. If I could, I'd prefer to pick some up, but that might make tricks like Defiant Strike a little bit better. Hopefully Defiant Strike or one of the other half decent cards in that pack. Wheels. Still would like some two mana 2/1s. The Shadewing Laureate. There's a protection spell. There's a 6 mana removal spell, but I think we're trying to be too aggressive to get that. I'll take the flyer. This deck can be aggressive, can win from aggression or just win from flyers. Look at this. There's 3 mana 3/3 flyers here. There's 5 mana 3/3 flyers, 3 mana 2/2 flyers. And they can be punched with Spiteful Squads with +1/+1 counters. Getting flyers out and putting +1/+1 counters on them just seems really powerful. So I really like Mage Duel, and I really like Quandrix Pledge Mage, so they would be nice, but do I want to play this card? I really don't think so. So I'm going to take a Spirit Summoning in case we get the learn for it. And I have an Inkling, a Pest, and a Spirit Summoning, and an Expanded Anatomy, so I do have a very learny sideboard. Okay, Study Break is going to be better than Revitalizing this deck for us. We don't care about gaining life, but we do care about tapping down creatures when we're trying to be aggressive. And we really care about learning. Study Break into a 3 mana lesson is great. So I'm happy with that. I've got two mana learn cards now that can go pick me up. Probably an Inkling Summoning would be the first choice. And then probably Expanded Anatomy. I'll take Defend the Campus. It could clear a big creature if needs be, and it could also just be a board pump if that's going to be useful as well. I don't mind it Defend the Campus. Killing a creature that is going to be a big problem. Whoa. Very happy to see a Star Pupil here. It either gets through for a lot of damage, like because one at a time obviously, but because they don't block it. Or they trade for it, I put the counter potentially on a flyer. All seems good. Yeah, really happy with picking that up there. Only 15 playables is a bit of a concern, but let's see what we can do. Clever Luminancer. Lumimancer isn't going to work here, I don't have enough. I mean, all my 2-drops currently are, but then it just swings for 2, and that's probably all it does all game. No, I don't like Clever Lumimancer. I do like Stonerise Spirit. It's a 2 mana 1/2 flyer that can give other things flying if needs be. So I could get over with one of my creatures that aren't very big. I could also take Hunt for Specimens to get some more learn. Keep me drawing cards, keep me having stuff to do, but I think I want a Stonerise Spirit here. I think we're going to win in the air with the flyers. Oh, I've not seen a Lightning Bolt yet in all my drafts, and I really want one, and seeing one here, like, I can't take it here obviously, but I just really like Lightning Bolt. I could take an Allen Shield Mage, more flyers that are hard for him to deal with. I could take a Necrotic Fumes as a good lesson to kill something from the sideboard. I could take +1/+1 counters, which are looking to be quite good now, and it learns. +1/+1 counters are good on both of these creatures, but it probably wheel. I'm going to take the Shield Mage and hope that or Expanded Anatomy wheels. We are definitely taking D-Spark. Oh, are we definitely taking... I think I have to take D-Spark because it clears any dangerous blockers. But clears big things for 2 mana. It's a great card. But I really want this 2 mana 2/1, and I really want another Inkling Summoning. But I'm going to have to take D-Spark here. Professor's Warning is fine. I'm going to take Exhilarating Elocution here. We've got 11 creatures, really 12 because that's essentially a creature. So 12 creatures, which isn't loads, but I've still got a few picks to pick up more. Probably want potentially want Intro to Annihilation to have in the sideboard. Study Break also taps things down and learns. How many learns have I got now? There's two things that learn, and I've got at least two to four things I'd want to get. I'm gonna actually take the draw spell here, which came out of nowhere, but if I'm honest, I ran out of time. I don't think that was. I'm not sure it was the right pick there. I could take another Owlin Shield Mage, which I just feel like, what's he gonna do when I start putting down 3 Owlin Shield Mages in a game? Or I could take Professor's Warning, which is a great +1/+1 counter spell when you've got 3 unwilling ingredients and a star pupil. So it can also protect things later on. Oh shit. Oh, what the? Why would you take that? It should at least give you something you can play. Ugh, I'm disappointed there. Take Revitalize because none of them appeal. I still get my Professor's Warning. I'd rather have a Make Your Mark actually. Yeah, Make Your Mark is really good. Trade off one of these creatures. Possibly even kill their creature because of power boost, and then get something for free. One for Specimens is a poor 2-drop that goes and gets me a 3-drop, so I'll play it. How many creatures have I got now? 11 plus 2 of them is 12. So only 12 creatures isn't fantastic. But I'm still going to play Exhilarating Elocution, I think. I could have had another Shield Mage as a 9. I think I want a Guiding Voice here. Over a 2-mana. I've got nothing to give flying to really, so it's essentially just a 2-mana 1/2 flyer. So I'd rather have Guiding Voice, I think. Push through damage on the creatures I've got. Inkling Summoning, Pest Summoning, Spirit Summoning, Expanded Anatomy. I'd like one more playable, so I can play 16 lands. I probably want to drop Defend the Campus. Maybe should just be playing 17 lands. Got a decent amount of learn. Got Mana Sinks in Unwilling Ingredient. Yeah, I'll probably just play 17 lands. But I still like a card so I can drop Defend the Campus. I don't think that's a card I want to be playing here with when I've got Despark, Humiliate, Vanishing Voice. I will take the Inkling Summoning for the sideboard. I think it's a better choice than taking something random. Looks like we're not going to get this last playable. Didn't get the 2-mana 2/1 flyer on the wheel. Okay, I'll play Professor's Warning. Gives him indestructible. If I get it on this ward guy, that'd be great. So we'll play 17 lands because of 1, the fact I've got no dual lands, and 2, just I've got a few mana sinks. I've got quite a lot of learn. 2 there, another 1 there, so that's 3, 4. Got 4 learn, and enough lessons that I want to get this one, these 2, and then 1 of these, depending on the situation. Yeah, I'm okay with this deck. I do like Silverquill, and I do like +1/+1 counter aggro, but I will see how this one goes. As usual, I'll play the first game, assuming I have time. I may have to cut off today if I don't have time, but hopefully I do. This is not what you want to see. I cannot cast anything in my hand, and I am on the play. I'm going to send that back. Yeah, this is much better. I'm going to keep 6, and I'm going to drop it up to send away a land here. We're going to lead with probably Star Pupil. Although next time I'm going to cast this, whichever one I don't cast isn't coming down for a while, so I'm going to play Unwilling Ingredient. Because next turn I'm playing this. We'll go get an Inkling Summoning. The plus and plus 1 cards do look appealing to get this up to a 3/3, but I want to get on the board first and then go get that, because I can go get that with Study Break anyway. So I will be going to get Expanded Anatomy soon. Because I also might want to put it on the flyer depending on what he plays. He hasn't committed anything to the board yet. I could top down Ruther, but all it really does for me is gets 1 damage through. Allows me, but it does allow me to learn, which could be relevant. Just send these 2 in. Hit for 3. And play a Star Pupil. If he plays 1 creature, I can tap it down, swing for 5, and go get another Inkling Summoning at the sideboard. What does that do? That does absolutely nothing on this board. Okay. Yeah, so we'll do what I said. We'll tap both of these down. And the question is whether I want an Inkling Summoning or an Expanded Anatomy. I'm going to get the Summoning because I've got Guiding Voice now, which allows me to go get the Expanded Anatomy another turn. If I draw a land here, I could play Guiding Voice and go get Expanded Anatomy. If I don't draw a land, I'd rather play Inkling Summoning, I think. Just to get more and more creatures on the board. He's got no flyers at the moment. This Inkling is going to kill him eventually. Yeah, that's okay. We can despark that. Okay, good. So now I could even Mage Hunter's Onslaught it. I think I want to. To be mana efficient, I'd have to do these, but I don't think that's the right play here. I think actually I just want to despark that. And Guiding Voice probably. Not sure actually. Could do that and also get Expanded Anatomy and swing with this guy, which would be a 5-power creature. You probably feel obliged to block it. I'm going to do that. I didn't like the pause on that. If he has Shock in his hand, I'll get blown out this way. Has he got Shock, hasn't he? No. Okay. I might just send my Star Pupil in to die here. No, I don't do that because of Mage Hunter's Onslaught next turn. He's probably going to feel obliged to block this here. I mean, it's big. So I essentially remove his 2/4 anyway. He's not going to block it, is he? which means Matron's Onslaught should be really good. Wow. That is confident. Okay, so he's tapped out, and he just killed my guy, is all he did. I think I just want to Inkling Summoning and Despark here. But I don't need to Despark yet, because I wouldn't attack here anyway. Because our plan is when I play Mage Hunter's Onslaught next turn, he can't block everything because he'll just die. And then that'll be a win. Hopefully. Completely out of gas though, so I kind of need it to. This Uvilda is just crap. He's put this over here to be able to cast it for 1. Like, yeah, this means he's dead as far as I'm aware. He showed me the last card in his hand as well, so I'm pretty sure he's dead. Currently on board, he's not quite dead. But when I cast this, it will kill Ruther, I guess. Oh no! It's not part of the. Oh, I've messed up. I've messed up. It's not part of the cost to copy. So he can bounce it back to his hand, and I don't get the when a creature blocks this turn, its controller loses 1 life trigger, and that means I don't have enough to kill him, which is a total not a misplay from me. Oh, okay. Okay, he's not done it. I'm pretty sure he could have stopped me there, because he could have fizzled my spell by bouncing Ruther. I think. I don't know if you have to have a target for the copy, I'm not sure. Anyway, I may have punted that at the end, but I got away with it. I will attempt to come back with the result, but as you know, I'm not good at this. If this is the end of the video, because I forgot, I'll put it in the description, and hopefully that'll be okay. Thank you for watching. If you've watched this far, you're probably the only person to ever watch all my videos, so put a comment, let me know. Thank you very much. Bye. Okay, hopefully it's not muffling. Yeah, so I managed 5 wins before I got to 3 losses with this silverquill deck. Deck played out pretty well. I was fairly happy with it. I really like Owlin Shield Mage as a top end in these decks because it gets at least 3 damage in. Mage Hunter's Onslaught was brilliant as usual. I like Spiteful Squad. Shadewing, Laureate did a lot better than it usually does here. I was more impressed with it than usual. Hunt for Specimens is fairly weak, but it got me my Inkling Summonings, so it did what it needed to do. Stonewise Spirit was decent. I actually got Despark and Vanishing Voice. Vanishing Voice less so, but I actually got Despark stuck in my hand at least twice. Star Pupil and Unwilling Ingredient were fantastic on turn 1, especially with Professor's Warning to back them up. And Guiding Voice was fine as well. I enjoyed the deck in general. I like Aggressive Silverquill. I think it's good in this format. We managed to go 5 and 3 with this one, so it's good. It's profit, I think. Yeah, profit, 100 gems profit. Thank you for watching.